Jay, this is your old pal McJuggerNuggets here. I'm going to QnA number 23. This is a weekly question and answer series that I do. I asked you guys to ask me questions using hashtag AskJugger, and you guys delivered the goods. I've chosen around 17 questions. Sorry if I seem tired, guys. This whole video thing, and I think I was complaining about it last week. God, I hate to be a complainer. I am now one of those people that gets home from work and is like, I just had a hard day's work, leave me alone. I probably shouldn't have said that so loud because basically I was just mimicking my dad. Real quick, just before we get into the questions, guys, any hair questions, let me answer them right now. This is staying. It's not going anywhere. Probably not until the start of summer will I cut it off. It is getting hot, which sucks, but that's what my ponytail is for, guys. Let's get straight into the questions. Colin says, I saw you moving and run around easier. Are you going to be starting the Insanity program again soon? The Insanity program is a program actually developed by someone named Sean T, who actually went to Rowan, where I graduated from, and it's a 60-day training routine. It's super fucking intense. I had done it like 8 times. That's how I had a 6-pack, but ever since the mono and the spleen thing came about, I haven't been able to do it. Yes, I am moving around easier. That doesn't mean I'm not in pain. I'm actually in a little bit of pain right now. I'll just feel it tugging, and especially after a long day at the farm now, I'll definitely feel it. I may be able to go for a jog or walk around for a little bit. However, to do something as intense as Insanity, that might not be a thing for a couple years or whenever I somehow get this thing fixed. But I miss it a lot. If I were to ask, how would you convince your dad and Uncle Chris that YouTube is a job? At this point, if they don't get it yet, they never will. I thought I was pretty articulate out there in the kitchen. I was like, look, it's ads, it's like television, people watch the ads, you get paid for it by Google. Google's the main company here. The majority of older people don't respect YouTube. They still see it as a hobby with like cat videos. There's this perception of YouTube that's not good, and I think if that got shattered, then suddenly they might understand. If society's more accepting of it, then they would be. I don't fucking know. There's no reason for it. Oh, fuck. Tomato or tomato, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Are you looking forward to any games coming out soon? Ooh, good. I'm tired of talking farm stuff. I'm more than happy to talk about video games. Well, first I need a new Xbox One, but I'm looking forward to Halo Wars 2. I like a good real-time strategy game, and I love Halo, so combining the two is awesome. And I need a new fucking Wii U, too, but I'm looking forward to the Star Fox Zero. I love Star Fox 64, so the fact that we're remaking that shit, oh, super hype about that. There's just a lot of games. I'm excited to see how virtual reality is going to be down the road. That's got to be the next step. Chris asks, do you think you'll be able to go to VidCon with a new job? Actually, that's a pretty good reminder. I need to talk to Anita or Nancy about that so I can take off for those days. Thank you. But yeah, I'm definitely not gonna miss it. They shouldn't have I mean, if I could take off that first weekend, I can definitely say, hey, could you give me off, you know, a month or so in advance just for this one trip that I already planned. Faith asks, how does it feel almost having 3 million subscribers? P.S. I love you, love the vids. Got you, Faith. Thanks for the question. Guys, yeah, we're like 150K away from hitting it. I think we'll hit 3 milli in May, possibly. And it seems like just over the last like year and a half, every 6 months we reach another 1 million subscribers. So I cannot thank you guys enough. We're gonna have to do something special for it. I don't know yet. We'll wait till we hit it. But guys, you're fucking awesome. Sure, why not? Travis asked, do you have any other plans to go see Juliet now that she's not allowed in your house? Don't even get me started on that bullshit. Don't. I was reading a lot of questions about that, and I do not really want to talk about it too much. Anita even asked me something today, and I just didn't feel comfortable talking about it. But I plan to see her. We never like going longer than 3 weeks without seeing each other, so I'm gonna have to try and take off in like 2, maybe 3 weeks and go see her at her school, which will probably be the last time I'll see her at her school. She's about to be graduating, guys. What is your favorite part about working at the farm? Favorite part? Oh God. I like Anita and Nancy. I think they're very nice. I don't know what they think of me. You know, I know Nancy has seen the videos and we've talked, and me and Anita have talked. I feel like I know them well enough. I like that they kind of are cool with the camera being on, and that they kind of help me deal with Uncle Chris. I think that's the best part of going to the job, is it's not like I have many other employees. Corn's with me, so I feel safe, and it's cool to have your best friend there. And, you know, the owner of the farm is cool. It's just, you know, when Uncle Chris gets there as kind of like my manager, then it's not as fun. And I actually just had to deal with him earlier. I didn't have the camera on, as I said at the end of the previous vlog. I just figured it would be a good thing if I just wasn't filming the first day back after the evaluation, so that he would see that I mean business, motherfucker. Arturito asked, wait, is his name R2D2? What if one day Uncle Chris breaks your camera? What are you gonna do? I will give him the largest titty twister of his life, and then I'll rip his dick off and beat him in the face with it. I'm serious. Don't fuck with me. Darlene asks a very interesting question. She asks, does YouTube pay for YouTubers travel? How come all these YouTubers travel for collabs, and will you be planning any big collabs for the future? I can't say I've ever done any type of collab video. I had a phone call with Pickle Boy. I mean, I guess that's the closest thing to it. But no, I mean, not that I know of. You know, YouTube can be kind of secretive. I don't think they've paid for travel for just collab videos. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a thing. There are definitely some little nifty features once you get bigger on YouTube, but I don't know. I don't have any plans of doing collabs. I mean, I'm very much isolated in East Bumblefuck, and now with the farm job being full-time, I just don't know if I have time for it. Darlene hits me with another question. Why no playlist? A bunch of other YouTubers are going. I'm going. Other juggies are going. Why aren't you there? Look, I didn't even know that was a thing. It's called Playlist Live. I guess it's the event, and YouTubers have panels and do meetups and crazy concerts and whatnot. I just heard about it not too long ago. I followed them on Twitter, and I felt like it was just too late. And now with the full-time job, I'm not trying to use it as an excuse, but I don't want to take off more days than I should be. You know, I already got shit for it just for this past weekend. But I'll be at VidCon, and next year I'll be Playlist Live. I hope so. I want to meet you guys, and I want to meet you, Darlene, and just other juggies. I think that's really cool. I want to go and meet people. I'm just not in a good place to do that right now. Rachel asks, who do you think was killed in the Walking Dead finale? It's been a couple weeks now, so I feel comfortable talking about this. I didn't want to spoil it. Well, and then again, there's nothing I can really spoil. Somebody supposedly dies at the end of this episode, and my thoughts are, I think it's who dies by the bat in the comics. So for those who know what I'm talking about, I don't want to spoil it for those who don't look at the comics or whatever. I don't look at the comics, I just know what exists in the comics. I think it's that person. I think they're trying to stay true to the content. Yeah, I'm almost positive it's probably him. Or her. Him. Speaking of Walking Dead, Rick Grimes asks, why do you like the Master Chief? He's right there. He's right up there. Look at him. How could you not respect him? Why do I look up to him? He is the epitome of a hero. He takes zero shit from anybody. He runs and guns like a mofo. He's got his little, you know, sexy babe Cortana whispering in his ear, and he's just like, he's a warrior, he's a soldier, and he pretty much saved Earth like a million times over. It's just like he gives zero fucks. Like, that's awesome. And I like that you can't see his face, so you can put yourself in it. Although they did make a boo boo, and you can see his face. I think that was, what was that? And then Halo 4? I forget. And he's just got some old face. I wish they didn't show that. Pretty sure it was me under there. We're just hitting all the favorites. What do you love so much about Juliet? I have to watch what I say because I know she'll watch this. No, that's an easy answer. Probably her compassion, or like her generosity for so many different things. Like when I was struggling with my brain injury, she was there for me, and you know, helped get me back into a decent mental state. And then, you know, having this spleen issue, you know, that kind of leaves me incapable of doing some things. So she's been pretty forgiving. And then just all the family shit, just really all the shit, you know, with my parents and just with the things that my dad will do. And, you know, when my parents split up, she really picked me back up, because, you know, it affects all relationships. When whenever me and Juliet talk, it's just like, it's hard for me not to think of my parents. Like, you compare your relationship to the relationships you know in your life, and it's just really difficult. And she's been there for me. She picks me back up, and it's her compassion. You know, she loves kids and stuff, and I think that she's got a very motherly instinct. So she's kind of taking care of me, which is why it's bullshit that my dad doesn't want her here. He doesn't even know her. He doesn't even fucking know her name. Like, he thought that she lived right down the street. Like, what? We've been doing long distance for like 2.5 years now, motherfucker. Anyway. Raffle asks, are you going to be getting a new Xbox One anytime soon? Also, did Halo get hit by the bullet? Fortunately, there was no disc in the Xbox One. That was actually a digital download because I had started doing that. However, well, technically it did get penetrated because it got destroyed. The whole console got destroyed. I will have to save up. Maybe next week or so I'll get a new Xbox One. However, with the charges, you know, I have to pay my dad back for his wood chipper, Jeffrey's motorcycle, and now fucking Warrior's truck. I'm with all the charges, I'm just not gonna be in a very good position with money. So I don't know. I'm just so busy now. I kind of don't really have time for video games, which breaks my fucking heart to say. Speaking of which, Kevin asks, have you given up on getting the 30K back? No. Christian asks, what are your thoughts on the whole YouTube is changing debate with drama channels? Do you care? What's going on? I figured I'd save this question for the end because it's the longer one. This is like a powwow worthy shit. Generally, I don't concern myself with that of the YouTube community because I very much feel like, kind of like how I'm isolated in the world. I'm also very isolated on YouTube. So I try not to worry about other people's business. I got a lot of my own shit going on, and I try not to compare myself to anybody else. But you asked in Q&A, so I'm gonna answer this question, and I may make it the title of this video, which if that's the case, sorry if you had to go all the way to the end just to get the answer to this. Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, that's probably why I don't talk about it. I don't fucking care. You can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of the internet and YouTube. You can film whatever the fuck you want. You can film yourself taking a shit in the shower, which I've done. It doesn't exist anymore because YouTube actually didn't like that, so maybe you can't do that. But I think it's totally fine. Like, that's the internet thrives because you could do whatever on it. And YouTube, I love YouTube so much because you can do so much with it and you can do anything you want. Talking shit on people, bashing people, and you know, drama channels, whatever you want to call them. I mean, that's shit that you see in everyday life. It's existed, and it's not even like YouTube's changing. I'm changing every single day. I mean, I didn't look like this a year ago, so I mean, that's just changing, but like me inside is changing. You guys are changing, even just watching me right now. Thoughts are influencing and penetrating your brain. Technically, every little thing is a drug because it'll influence how you think and how you behave and everything. I think it's, who the fuck cares, really? Like, gossip has always been a thing. People can be jealous, people can be hating, and maybe that's why a lot of this drama is happening, because they're jealous of a certain creator's success, so they want to rag on them, kind of like a hater mentality. But like, really, there's so many different facets to it, and there's so many different channels out there. It's whatevs. Since the start of YouTube, there's always been channels talking about other channels, and technically, like, when you think about it, it's happening. If it's not happening on YouTube, it's happening in real life, because like it's kind of like when you have a fight at school. Usually you're like, yo, we're not gonna fight in school, we're gonna fight on the playground at this time, or you're gonna fight at this other place that's not school because they didn't want you fighting in school. It's pretty much now like YouTube is like, let's just fucking have it. Why waste time and just talk about it in real life when we could talk about it on the internet where it's all happening? When it gets to be bullying and harassment, then it's a different thing. But when it's people like commenting on or like deriving things, I don't fucking care. Jesse don't care. And even if I did, who the fuck am I? So it's all just giant hamster wheel. So whatever gets the views, you know, whatever you gotta do to do that and do your thing. And there are some people that may try and ride the coattails of other people's successes. There are some people that'll grind their ass off and find their own successes. Whether you ride the coattails or whether you do it all yourself, the end result is the same. You have success. It comes down to a personal preference or maybe a morality code. Like, do you feel comfortable doing that, or what are you trying to achieve? What is your purpose of making content? And if that's cool with you, go for it. I'm too fucking busy with the farm to worry about this shit. My mind. my mind's starting to reverse back, and now I'm starting to think all old school. It's like, I don't have time for this, all that shit. Anyway, I think I need to close this off, guys. Thank you so much for all the questions. Congrats to those who got featured. Once again, I do this every single Monday, so if you have some questions for me, tweet me using hashtag AskJugger. Don't forget to subscribe for our content. Twitter, Instagram, links in the description. I can't emphasize this enough, but we're 150K away from 3 mil, guys. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like on it. I'll see you guys tomorrow at the farm. Can't wait. I'm gonna get plenty of sleep tonight. Love you, Joy's to death, and don't forget to keep it rigid.